This may be a little bit on the shorter side when it comes to post-game video reviews, so I apologize for that in advance, but as I had talked about earlier in today's show, I was not able to watch the Vancouver Canucks playoff against the Anaheim Ducks. There was some extended floor hockey I'm a part of, and there was a game today, so I had to participate in that. But the big news, it's happened. Vancouver fans, we can all breathe out a sigh of relief. Because on this day, I see clearly, April 11th, 2023, the Vancouver Canucks finally have gotten their 6th player to hit 100 points on a season. His name is EP40, the alien. Elias Pettersson has gotten up to 100 points after a game last night against the LA Kings where some fans, myself included, were kind of all doom and gloom seeing the Canucks get shut out and Petey not get that 100-point marker. Either way, though, tonight he hits it. He becomes the 6th player in Canucks history to get 100 points behind Pavel, Alex McGillney, Marcus Naslund, Sedin. There are only 12 players in NHL history who are Swedish who have gotten 100 points in a season, and Vancouver has 4 of them. Sure, it was 11 up until yesterday when Erik Karlsson hit 100, but as we had talked about in today's show as well, Karlsson has been just so above and beyond phenomenal that him hitting 100 points is also a noteworthy accomplishment, but for the Canucks and their 24-year-old Swedish center getting 100 points before Game 82, it allows us all to breathe a big sigh of relief, because as we had talked about last year, JT Miller had 98 points in Game 82 against the Oilers. He scored a goal in that game, bringing him up to 99, and then in overtime, he fumbled a one-on-one with the goaltender to win the game and ultimately get 100 points. He didn't get it, so he finished off that season at 99 points in 80 games played. He missed 2 games, so for Miller, if he had played the entire season last year, he probably would have gotten it, but Canucks fans were traumatized, and I keep on saying that because it remains to be seen just how much of an impact that 99-point season had on Canucks fans, because a lot of us, myself included, were worried that Petey wouldn't be able to get it. Okay, he needs 1 more point in 3 games left to get to 100. That should be doable, right? And then he gets shut out against the Kings, and it's like, oh boy, not again, fam. And we had talked a lot about other Canucks and their point droughts in this past little while. Quinn Hughes had a pretty bad point drought of 5 games, I believe, heading into tonight's game against Anaheim. Not for a lack of talent, but because he just hasn't gotten lucky. A lot of these plays have touched too many players before going into the net, so Quinn doesn't get that assist. And even in this game, he doesn't get a point, even though he does help set up some of these goals. The first goal of the game is the money goal. It's Brock Boeser on the power play from Petey, Miller, and I guess you could say Hughes, but Hughes doesn't get the assist because there aren't tertiary assists in the NHL. It's Hughes who goes over to Miller on the left side, Miller across to Petey, one-time backdoor pass to Brock, right in front. He scores his 18th of the season. Elias Pettersson has 62 assists and 100 total points. You can see the Canucks on the ice. They go out there and celebrate with Petey. They keep the puck. There's Miller on the bench, giving him a little bit of a noogie, and then just celebrating with Petey with big smiles. Elias Pettersson has done it, ladies and gentlemen. 100 points on the season, and it's not even just that, because he does get a little bit more as the game goes on. But before that comes and goes, you get yourselves a goal from Andrei Kuzmenko once again, set up by Akito Hirose, who is at his own goal line, pretty much sends the puck right through everybody through the middle. It finds Kuzmenko. He's in on a breakaway, and he makes no mistake potting it right by the Anaheim goaltender. It's 2-0 Vancouver, and then the Ducks get on the board twice. You have yourselves a goal scored by Mason McTavish, so good on him for increasing his stock as a young player. And then Drew Helleson also got himself a goal. Long shot from the point, beats everybody. Eventually, it's JT Miller who gets himself the game-winning goal a few minutes into the third period. It's a play by Elias Pettersson who throws it over to DiGiuseppe. DiGiuseppe the shot, the rebound is right there, and Miller pots it by Lukas Dostal, and that is all she wrote, folks. 3-2 is the score here in the game, and I know I really didn't do a good job just kind of talking about the game, but that's not really something I'm pretending that I'm doing here. I'm very upfront and honest. I didn't watch the game here today. I had my own activities to attend to, but just seeing EP40 get that 100-point marker is a huge sigh of relief. It's been over a decade since a Vancouver Canucks had 100 points, and Petey has another game left. If he goes out there, gets himself 2 more points, which is realistic, he could overtake that Daniel Sedin Art Ross winning year back in 2010-2011. Who really knows? He's probably not catching Henrik Sedin and the 112 points he had back in 2010, but, beggars can't be choosers now, can't they? Either way, though, there were some pretty good numbers in this game. Of course, Andrei Kuzmenko getting 39 goals on the season is great. He's got one more game to get up to 40. JT Miller extending his goal production is at 31 on the season. Pettersson has 63 assists on the year now. And Brock Boeser is at 18. Sure, everybody said Boeser would be able to get 30 at the beginning of the year, but unfortunately he is 12 away from getting that done. But he has been really good as of late. Not gonna lie, Brock has been playing a lot better in the past few weeks worth of play compared to the start of the season, but you could say the same about a lot of these Canucks. I guess you could say probably not the same about Hughes because he's been sort of slowing down, but either way, everybody kind of knows how good Quinn Hughes is. It's just unfortunate that he hasn't been able to get those numbers. But either way, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the Canucks finally getting themselves that EP triple-digit badge. It's another win with a few days to go in the NHL regular season. The last game is on Thursday against the Arizona Coyotes. That will wrap up 2022-2023, this disastrous year for the Vancouver Canucks. What are your thoughts about Elias Pettersson getting up to 100 points, and how do you think the odds stack up that he's able to get it again next year? Who really knows? I feel like this year was a pretty good year for NHL scoring. I mean, duh, of course, Connor McDavid had 150-something points, Draisaitl 120-something, and he had everybody else under the moon getting 100 points as well. It's just going to be a question as to whether or not that keeps up for next season, because I don't know if there's really some sort of an agenda here done by the guys at the top to get goal scoring and production and stuff up. Who knows how far that's going to go? Who knows if goaltenders are going to be able to catch up? But either way, next season, Elias Pettersson is probably poised to becoming a definitive #1 all-time Canuck player if he's able to go out there and continue this rate of success and point scoring. If the NHL is able to improve its overall point production, let's say Elias Pettersson gets 113 points, if he's able to do that and surpass Henrik Sedin's total, then by golly gee, he is already a legend in my books. But either way, thoughts in the comment section below about Pettersson getting to 100. I guess you could say 101 now. Yeah, we can name that video. You know that show Zoe 101? Yeah, Petey 101. I want to do that. Let's go ahead and name the title of this video that. Let me know your thoughts, as well as to Brock Boeser getting a goal, JT Miller getting more assists on here. He's actually producing a lot as well, so good for him. And Thatcher Demko ultimately getting the win. I heard he made a lot of good saves, according to John Shorthouse on the TV, but thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this Juraj roll 9, and bye.